checky, checky. That beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, checky, checky. For checky. Green select glucometer, checky. Push sugar level for checky. For checky. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
In Ghana, I know we've been crying about one thing, that Nigerian music has taken over our airwaves. When you go to parties, you don't hear songs made in Ghana being played. The story is even worse in Nigeria. And there is a BBC report. Kenya. The story is even worse in Kenya. And there is a BBC report here that we have chanced on. And it says, why Kenyan music is drowned out by Nigerian sounds. Why Kenyan music is drowned out by Nigerian sound. So what it means is that, in fact, the article is long, we cannot even read all. But in short, what it is saying is that when you go to Kenya, just as we are also complaining here in Ghana, their situation is even worse. Go to the pubs, it is Nigerian music. Go to the club, Nigerian music. Watch TV in Kenya, Nigerian music videos. Listen to radio, it is Nigerian music, Nigerian songs. And the people there are complaining. Remember not long ago, we treated a story here where a certain comedian was in a cage that if they don't change the airplay to 75% Kenya to the 25% others, they are not going to agree. The story is even worse than we hear it. I don't know whether at the moment they have signed the petition for the broadcasting platforms to do 75% Kenyan music. As it stands now, we don't know. But I'm coming back to ask my people that, what is really the secret? Like, we don't like it. Like, we are not happy about it. But what is the secret? What is the Nigerian doing right that the others are not doing? Today, let's look at the issue, the real facts, than just talk out of emotions like some people do. What are they doing right? Are they marketing better than us? Are they doing good songs more than we are doing? What is the secret? First, let me start this with you.
Thank you.
And I'm giving you like 4 minutes to do this.
I know. In fact, no matter how, we will not be able to digest this topic today, I'm sure, because the way I've done the whole write-up, the whole write-up on this, the basic thing is called cultural infiltration.
Cultural infiltration. Okay.
Yes. Nigeria has successfully been able to infiltrate other people's cultures with their own culture, thereby creating a taste for the Nigerian culture. So, and hence, diminishing the taste for other people's own culture. So you find your own culture not appealing anymore, but then you find the Nigerian culture appealing. Hence their music, which includes their music, the way they talk. Because the report even stated that Kenyan musicians have even started talking like Nigerians. They started speaking the pidgin like the Nigerians.
I'm sure the same thing is
happening in Ghana. It is not anybody's fault.
Yeah.
You see, one of the biggest ways to control a people, okay, from another culture is by teaching them your culture. Once you teach them your culture and they understand you, it's easy to control them. It is not a joke that these Malaysians will come to Ghana and come and own one of our biggest TV stations, like TV3. TV3 is owned by Malaysians. I heard.
They have sold it.
They sold it.
It's in the hands of Ghanaians.
Yeah, the last time I checked.
Now it's in the hands of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
But when it was in the hands of the Malaysians, did you notice the cultural infiltrations by their soap press and all that? It's not a joke. When that thing is happening, we have a country that doesn't have any cultural policy. And therefore, any culture can come in and teach us their culture. When the Indian culture became so paramount, that's when we saw Pragya and the rest coming in.
They sold
their culture to us. So if you don't understand, so you see, anytime you have leaders who don't understand these things, who are not knowledgeable enough in these things, you always lose. We've lost the battle long time ago, not today. The first thing the Europeans did was to teach us their language when they came. That's how come the British Empire became stronger, because they taught people their language. So you will get to understand the British and how they think and how they react to things and everything. So at the point you become a British. When the British wanted to rule the Ashantis and the King Prempeh, the first wasn't allowing. The first thing to do was to take Prempeh to Seychelles to go and teach Prempeh the language. At the point when they wanted to rule the Ashantis, they thought they could rule the Ashantis, and they thought the Ashantis inherit by what? By the princes become what? So they took the two princes of the Ashanti, that's the Owusu Ansa and Owusu Nkwantabisa, to London to go and teach them the British culture. So that when they come back to Ghana and they come and rule the Ashanti, they understand the British. So it becomes easy for them to rule through them. But they got it wrong. We inherit by matrilineal, so it was rather the king's nephew who inherit. So their plan didn't work. Do you get? So I can go on and on and on and on and on this kind of education. Nigeria has been able to infiltrate other people's cultures, even Ghanaian culture, the Kenyan culture, and no matter what you do, rather the culture of Kenya has become the culture of Nigeria. So the taste, and it takes long to develop a taste. Like Ghana has developed a taste for foreign rice. Now, if you ban Ghana from importing foreign rice, it will become difficult for us to eat rice, because we don't. Our taste buds doesn't like the.
It is not in sync with.
It's not in sync with our kind of rice. Yeah. We are not. It is not in sync. So it is cultural infiltration, and they've done that successfully. It was a deliberate attempt by their leaders to infiltrate. They capitalized on their numbers and the fact that they can migrate. Chinese people are doing the same thing. They are using the same method. British used the same method. Americans use the same method. Chinese people are also doing the same method. They are using it now. They are using culture through trade. They are making sure that people understand the Chinese people, their pricing system. So Nigerians used the same method, but through entertainment. That's why their music is trending, their movies are trending, their culture, the way they dress, the way they do everything. That's it.
I see. All right, so what are we also not doing right? If there is a way out, if someone has been able to use the cultural infiltration, I believe you also have learned people here in Ghana. Why are we not doing it? Kojo King will speak next on this as to why it is happening like that. Ghana, we are complaining that Nigerian music taking over, and Kenyan story, like I keep saying, this is a BBC report. Earlier, we did a story of some creative people in Kenya who were also not happy with the situation, and the BBC has touched on this. It has become a pandemic at the moment, I guess. Yes, Kojo, what do you say? Why is it happening? What is the Nigerian doing right that we are not seeing?
The first tool that they use in getting this done was their movies. Movies are very powerful when you want to influence people with your culture and other stuff. And Nigeria movie in Africa, we know, has dominated most of the African countries. Yeah. Even in Ghana, there was a time that their movies was everywhere.
So that was when everybody started saying chai.
Who doesn't understand Chineke?
Yes.
So in the movie, because it is audio visual, you are exposed to the culture, how they dress, how they speak, and even the way they think. Look at the time Akina Popo, all those movies were so popular in Ghana. So they have exposed their culture to you and everything that they want. And now they are using their music. So you could see the Nigerians have a plan to take over Africa. And you know they have the numbers to support it. They are highly populated. And they have the financial power to also back whatever project that they want to do. And that is how come our people have failed Ghana when it comes to movies. And even most of these things, we started it. At a point, Ghana was the headway to most of these things, music and movies and other things. Have you ever visited why Dr. Kwame Nkrumah initiated the Ghana Film Industry Corporation, the GFIC? It took some people out there, Reverend Abekwe, Kwawansa them, just to go and study movie. And the main reason was that those days, the foreigners have influenced our people with their movies. So he took them there to come and produce local movies so that we would change that mindset. to give us self-reliance. And that is why the GFIC was established. Now the place occupied by TV3.
Yeah.
Which government or which president have sat down to even think about this? Because as the people keep watching, our children keep watching, and even look at now the progress and what it's doing to us. So if you know how creative artists, especially movies, the kind of impact it has on the people, then you shouldn't sit unconcerned as a leader or the government of a nation and allow people to just push any material to us. If you know the impact of TV or movies,
these telenovelas,
what it brings onto our people, you won't just sit unconcerned. And Kwame Nkrumah saw that vision. He knew that yes, through movies we could portray our culture. Recently we are fighting about that, how we are losing our folklore. How won't we lose it? Because now, ask your children, do they know our customs, the stories that preserve us as Ghanaians? We have lost it all because we have allowed our screens to be given to people to show us content that doesn't even relate to the Ghanaian community. So one thing the Nigerians use is their movies. And that one, yes, we were able to put a stop to it by the emergence of Kumawood and other stuff. But now they have their music again. Another agenda. And people should understand that now the world environment is about business. It's global. We are living in a global village. I won't come there. I can be at my corner and set an agenda and take over your territory. And it's easy.
With ease.
With ease. The internet is there. I can do it easily. And when I have the money and I have the right strategies, forget it. I will do it. And
especially if you are not thinking.
Exactly. Because the point is, yes, exactly. Especially, yes. It's the right way to use.
If you are not thinking about it and I'm thinking about it,
yes,
I can beat you. You don't know we are fighting, you don't know we are fighting.
Like Ghana, for instance, we don't know the essence of our movies. Our leaders, no leader aside Kwame Nkrumah has even thought of what movies can do for a nation. So if I'm a Nigerian and I have an agenda and I understand the Ghanaian market and I know the loopholes and all their flaws, it is easy for me to take over. Look at them, how they portray their culture, they are dressing. This agbada, they are wearing agbada. They are wearing in their agbada in their movies. It is a culture over there. In the moment you see that dressing, you know that this movie is coming from Nigeria. And through that, it has become a culture. Even their parliamentarians are dressing that way. People are dressing and they are proud of that. Even when they go out there, they dress same way. But look at us. Everybody wants to look like a gangster. We want to dress like the West. Because with time, we couldn't socialize that. We couldn't pass it on to the next generation, and gradually it has faded off. Now look at the state of our movies, and now look at the state of our music. So there's no sense of this, our movies and our music. If really it will stand, it needs the government to also support. If they make it an agenda to support it and guide us with certain financial capital and also even just laws to just even protect us a bit or show that little concern, it will come back as Dr. Kwame Nkrumah did for the movies, which they have all left it ajar. Nobody is even paying attention, and our movies are sinking, and our screens are occupied with when I'm home and I watch that telenovelas and they are speaking that tree behind it. The way it irritates me, it's like now no back say Bekotoni ama wagobushi. Let's head watch it. You don't
know what they are doing is more powerful than a nuclear weapon.
Honorable. We don't know.
What they are doing is more powerful.
Don't we have National Media Commission? Don't we have all these bodies? What are they?
At this point, I want to tell you that either they are being intellectually dishonest or they are utterly ignorant. Either they don't know.
They know.
And these are major television platforms, not small television platforms.
They want to check
See,
them.
one of them, you see, the moment we make media too commercial, these things happen. But if I've set up a TV station and I'm paying for rights, I'm paying for license, I have to make profit. Most of the things that show up on our media screens are not right for us.
Sure.
But who is to regulate when at the end of the month you will come for your license, have money to pay? And anytime a government uses the media as a business, this is what happens. You see, so the situation is more complex than we think. It is a policy. It is either we are allowing media to be free, okay, and then we are controlling what they bring on, or if you are selling the license to me, then I use it for what I want,
You can't
so that I can pay for the license. And government is making money out of these licenses. So what will you do? This is how the situation is. So we need to have an honest conversation about this discussion at the very, very top level.
To Chemo, why you think Nigeria seems to be ruling Africa at the moment?
It's simple. They have strong entertainment industry. And even if you are ranking them in terms of movie, I think they were about the third force in terms of in the whole world. I mean, apart from Bollywood and Hollywood, the next one is Nollywood, and it's everything. So for Africa, they have taken it. It wasn't so deliberate, but they saw that there's an opportunity, and they took it, and they are winning. So if you want to compete, you should also strengthen your industry, entertainment industry, and then compete. At this point, it will be difficult to use restrictions, rules, and things to stop them. No, you have to be competitive. So train your people, let them be ready for the competition, and they can also come in the game. Like Kojo said about the Kumawood thing, it wasn't deliberate. But we had a certain man called Ejaku who will be in every movie, and people will love their own. They will love to choose their own if they think it's
the best thing for them,
or if they can compete. They will choose their own. That's what happened. So I think the leadership, the government and his people, I think at this point they should help. I mean, they shouldn't be doing politics with our entertainment as they do it these days. They will appoint their own people. They will also manipulate them, chop the money small, and we are not going anywhere. It's simple. Nigerians, they saw the opportunity and they are taking advantage of it. If you can have a strong movie industry and people love it, that's the first gate to get other things in.
Okay.
Yes. And look at this example. After Shatawale and Medica, after their prison experience,
they not after their prison break, I beg you. They did not break any prison.
Yes, they decided to come out with a song, and then they have to do a music video. Look at the attire in the video. When you see it, you know that, oh, okay, they are depicting they were in prison. But the attire that they are wearing in the music video is somebody's attire for their prisons. And we are catching that straight away without them telling us, because we have been influenced by watching videos from that end.
It's true.
American movies.
I think there's a solid point.
Yeah.
Because they actually wanted to depict the prison life. And the kind of attire they put on was the exact prison life in the West.
Because that's what we are
here, almost blue.
Yes, blue and
white. It's a I don't know
blaster. But almost not the year. Any probably say a Ghana prison or more depicting.
Wow.
But almost say American prison.
That orange overall.
Yeah. They won't even tell you, but you know, they were in prison. That's why they are wearing this. So you have to strengthen your movie, especially your movie industry, because that's where the influence starts. After that, then they will give you their music. It's so easy after getting them, influence them in that direction. Even in Ghana here, with the Pragat, the telenovela thing, our ladies started dressing like the Indians.
See.
They have an attire called pragya or something. Like they have an attire that they wear and they call it pragya.
I thought the pragya is only for the bike.
No, it goes beyond that. It's really serious. And look at this. You know the impact is now so big because of our language in there. So it can tell you that if you give our people our own thing, they will take that one first. Now we can't give our people our own thing. So now we will infuse our thing, the local thing, in their thing and then give it to our people.
Which is even more dangerous.
The dangerous thing to do.
Because their environment is not our environment. Their culture is not our culture. But now they are speaking our language. Exposing their culture to us, which makes it so easy to get to us.
Do you know what even made?
Do you know what made the Jesus Christ movie even more damning to us? When they did it in other people's language,
Jesus Christ started speaking. This white Jesus
started speaking cheap,
Swahili, and the rest. That's what killed us.
So it's not so deliberate, but when you see the opportunity, you take it. And I think Nigerians are taking the opportunity. So if you want to compete, because we are in a global village, so it will be very difficult to just use rules and restrictions to deal with it. We should strengthen our entertainment industry by empowering them, giving them the tools that they will need, giving them all the support that we can, just for people to enjoy our own before then we will go out there and compete.
All right, thank you so much, and Team Dodi Solomon, for that one. Now